Hi everyone, this is Anna and welcome back to Anna's Take with a Twist. As soon as I cross the street, we will be on location at St. James Crematorium, St. James Cemetery and Crematorium. Sorry, I got distracted by the oncoming traffic. One thing I can't do is I can't lock up the streets like they do for TV shows and movies. Okay, so I'm just inside the gates and it says right here on the map that the Never Eat Shredded Wheat would be Bloor Street would be north, Rosedale Ravine Drive is the east, also by Ravine Drive, and then that's also east, and then the south would be Wellesley, and then the west is Parliament, which is the street that I was standing on when I did our little intro there. So it says cemetery gates lock at 5 p.m. daily, which I actually think is 7 p.m. for the summertime. And there we have walking tour, QR code, products and services, and a QR code for the website. And it says that security cameras are in use. That building right there is the office, and I will tell you there's a very large dog that lives in there because I've been here already to scout everything out. So St. James Cemetery and Crematorium has been used for a lot of different TV shows and movies. Just show you this right here. I'm going to change the lens. Yeah, there we go. And the thing is that they never really tell you. What production is here when they're in the front. Just a quick note that if you are going to be here walking, that all pets must be on a leash, and please clean up after your pet. There are garbages here. There's garbage cans, but there's no recycling. So please try to be kind and always remember to pick up your litter. Don't leave any litter to actually begin with. So here's the, I was going to show you this before. So here's the chapel. It's really quite pretty. So I'm just going to walk along here. So it's going to tell you that they do a lot of filming here. And they always have these code names. So I can't even tell you what some of the productions are. I know that Graveyard Rats, Cabinet of Curiosities was filmed here. And then there's a few other productions that I do know what the names are. However, I'm not going to tell you because they haven't been streamed yet. They haven't been put on, they haven't been aired is what I'm trying to say. So I don't think that would only be fair if we just waited until they were aired. Might as well, I'll do the other side when I come around. So this is a very large cemetery, and 1848, so it's over 170 years old. So that's kind of interesting. A lot of history here. Some famous names. There's a garbage can, but it seems like the garbage bag has fallen out. There we go. I'm just going to tell you that St. James Cemetery and Crematorium is in this part of Toronto called Jamestown. Jamestown, you can see there. You see all those apartment buildings. There's so many more. You'll see them. I'll show them to you later. Jamestown is said to be the most densely populated area in all of Toronto. Those apartment buildings that you saw back there are just a fraction of the buildings that we have. There are literally tens of thousands of people that live there. And this area of Toronto is so sought after. You have someone doing, oh, they're digging a grave. Oh my goodness. Oh no, they're getting rid of the tree. Arborist is here. That, I don't know if you can see this or not. Behind that fence is actually a little subdivision. It's an inflow, meaning that there was a parcel of land just sitting there. Someone purchased it, decided to build properties there. So there's a townhouse complex there. I don't know when this development started. This cemetery is very, very large. pause it while I pass this gentleman here because it's really kind of loud. You can probably still hear it. The gentleman, the arborist, he's digging up the trunk of a tree. So because this cemetery and crematorium is so incredibly large, this is going to be a two-parter, because if I did it in one part, it would be 25 minutes long. And so I'm telling you this because I came here a few times, and from the different times that I was here, one time that I shot it, it was 17 minutes long, but I didn't like it. Then it was like, something I was like, oh, I don't like it. And then I did a video that was almost 24 minutes long. So it covered a lot of ground because the cemetery, see those houses there? Hold on a moment. Those are the houses, those are the townhouse complex on the inflow. There's some single family homes there too. But I just thought I can't have a video that is 24 minutes long. I mean, no one's going to watch it, right? I mean, you have to think of like the attention span. Some of these, so I thought I'll just put it in two parts, which I think would just be better off anyway. I'm going to come back here in the fall because I think with all of the trees and everything just being like so just incredibly pretty, when I see them with all the changing colors, I think it would be really pretty. I think people would appreciate it. So I'm just going to walk down here. So they do film a lot of different things here, but they do use code names. And the code names, it's strange, right? Because sometimes I'll walk by and I'll actually get the code name, and then I'll figure out what the actual name is. But like I said, for those productions, I can't tell you because they haven't aired yet. And then other times I'm driving by on the bus. So I'm not going to jump off the bus and be like, hi, what are you filming? Because that's the title of today's video. What are you filming? St. James Cemetery and Crematorium. See, I could remember my lines. Anyway, there we go. So back to a lot of history in here. Now, I don't know who this individual is, Brock. However, I do know that there are an awful lot of Baldwins in the cemetery. So the gravestone in front of me, the pink one behind it, the cross behind it, that one over there beside the tree, and then this one here that is fenced in. They are Baldwins. And then something that I'm just going to show you from here. Yes, that's a beehive. They have four beehives that I can see from here. I'm going to stay here because I can see already the bees are quite active. And at the same time, I'm not sure if I'm allergic to bee stings or not. So I don't want to have to call someone to come and help me. Like 911 as the sign suggests. There we have another Baldwin just behind that tree. So this video is going to be, like I said, a two-parter. I'm hoping that in this part I'll see some wildlife, because when I do actually get to speak to crew members who are working here, they'll tell me things like, oh yeah, like I saw a hawk, or I saw a raven, or I saw an eagle. Sometimes they'll see a couple of foxes. I've seen foxes in this area, but just change that. But not lately. Last time was a couple of years ago. And then at the same time, someone told me that I see a lot of coyotes here. I'm just going to pause it because people are praying in front of me. Just a moment. It looks like this tree is going to be next, which is sad. Look how tall and beautiful that tree is, which is probably older than the cemetery, which makes me just wonder how many trees We're actually in this area before all the buildings, before all the apartment buildings and condos went up. Probably piles. Every once in a while you'll find a little bench to sit on. We're coming up to, oh, here's the walkway I wanted to show you. I love this. I didn't even know this was here. I kind of saw it one time when I was like going by. But anyway, and I'm always so curious. Just drive my mother crazy, by the way. And if you ever want to have that in a child, what is that? What does that mean? How come you did this? Why'd you do that? Anyway. So I just literally just walked down here. And we have headstones in the ground. There are various people who've passed away. And then there's more of the ravine. There's a road there, and that's that road that I told you about. I'm just going to pause it as I walk up the stairs. So here I am again, back up. There's another bench. Like I said, there's very few and far between. I just find it incredibly relaxing to be here, to tell you the truth, because it's like there's so much nature. It's relatively quiet. I mean, you know, I have heard fire trucks and ambulances and everything, but they're screeching down the road. At the same time, you know, I do see the odd jogger, the odd person walking their dog. I saw one lady just kind of like walking around with a stroller. Someone else rode their bicycle. They were visiting a grave, actually. So, you know, for downtown Toronto, I would have to say that it is really relaxing. And I thought I'd share with you, one of my friends actually watches my videos on his 55-inch screen TV. So if you don't want to hear my voice, you could just mute me, and then you could just go and watch the video with all like the greenery. So we're just gonna, I'm almost ready here to end this video. And you'll see why. Because we're coming up to part 2. So if you like this video, please hit the like button and like the video. You can always subscribe, share it on Facebook or with your friends. And then at the same time, you can always leave a comment. Okay, so I am almost here. So that is a wrap. We're coming up to it to be almost a wrap. It's almost a wrap for part 1 of What Are You Filming? St. James Cemetery and Crematorium. No idea who that is. Gooderham, they must have been really famous. Okay, great. One last look. See the apartment buildings. And as they say, that's a wrap.